Luke chapter 8 verse 45. Jesus asks a question that doesn't always make sense. Who touched me? He asks. I mean, he's traveling with a crowd and people are bouncing and rubbing against him, and he asks, who touched me? Many times people have explained that it's not that he did not know. He knew who touched him, but he did it for another reason. This young lady had had an issue of blood for 12 years. No one could help her, but she decided to come this time and touch Jesus. So she comes, touches the hem of his garment, and gets healed. She turns around to go home because she's healed. She no longer has an issue of blood that she had for 12 years. Now she's ready to live her life normally because she's been unclean for 12 years, because that's what the issue of blood does to somebody. She turns around to walk away, and Jesus asks, who touched me? It's not quite a relevant question because the lady got what she wanted. You would think she got healing because that's what she wanted. But Jesus, knowing that she probably wanted, no, not probably, she definitely wanted more than just healing. She wanted a life back. He asks the question, who touched me? Later on, then the young lady realizes that she cannot hide the fact that she's the one who stole his power. She comes and she starts confessing. She starts confessing and telling Jesus what had happened. I mean, it's a very embarrassing situation to tell such intimate details of your sickness in front of all these people, but Jesus lets her do it. And you sometimes wonder, how could a loving God let someone do that? How could a loving God embarrass someone in front of so many people, especially someone who's had a problem for 12 years? Why would he let her explain the intimate details of her illness in front of so many people? But he does. He stands there and listens, and everybody else is getting gossip material, and Jesus is standing there listening because he asked, who touched me? He could have known, of course he'd known, but he could have found out in another way, but he decides to do it this way. And there's a reason why. This lady had an issue of blood, 12 years. She comes to Jesus, touches the hem of his garment. When she goes home, who would have believed her? Who would have believed that she's been healed? And by the way, who do you show what to prove that you've been healed of an issue of blood? And who's interested to check? Who really wants to go and look and find out that you've really been healed? Nobody. But when Jesus asks, who touched me? The lady comes forward and starts spilling her beans, so to speak. Everybody who's there is getting gossip material. But it's not just gossip material. It's evidence that she's been healed. When that lady walked away from Jesus that day, having responded to this question, who touched me, she did not have to prove to anybody that she'd been healed. The people who were there who listened were going to be her witnesses that she has been healed. She doesn't have to show anybody anything. Nobody has to look at anything to know that she's been healed. She has been healed. People will say, I was there. I saw her being healed. People are going to be there to say, she told her story. Yes, they'll talk about those details, but they're going to say, and Jesus said, go, your faith has made you well. Instead of just being healed, Jesus knew that she wanted her life as well. And he asked that question to give her back her life. Sometimes when we pray for things, Jesus knows that we want a lot more than what we've asked for. Sometimes you asked for something and he knows that even when you get it, it won't change your life. And he answers your prayers in a way that gives you significantly more than what you asked for. He answers the needs that you have in your life. And sometimes, like this young lady, you'll be embarrassed. Sometimes he'll put you in a situation you'll feel a lot of shame, a lot of embarrassment. Sometimes he'll put you in a situation that will make you wonder, how can a loving God put me through a situation like this? But because he knows the only way for you to get back your life after 12 years of having an issue of blood is for you to stand in front of people and say, this is what happened. He'll let you go through it. Next time you pray, trust that the answer he gives is good for you. It may not be what you asked for, it's what you need. And if you trust that, you're okay with whatever situation he places you in. Will you be embarrassed sometimes? Probably. Will you be uncomfortable sometimes? Most likely. But will he be giving you more than what you ask? Will he be giving you exactly what you need in your life? I'll bet you he will. Just trust him. God bless you.